Okay. Are we live? There we go, I think we're live. How about that? Let's get our background music started here. Okay, let's try this again. So many distractions and disruptions. We're getting back to mapping. So, as we've covered on previous live streams and such, I am participating in the Mapvember 2025 challenge that is organized by the folks over at Role Playing Tips, which is run by John 4. You should go check it out. There should be a link in the video description that'll take you to the website. John 4 has lots of great stuff that he publishes there and in his newsletter. I highly recommend it. Go check it out. See if you like what he's got. So here's our list: 31 word prompts that are supposed to get us through all of November, with the goal of creating 30 maps based on these prompts. I have finished the archive map. I have finished the breach map. I have finished the cistern map. In a previous attempt at a live stream, I was working on the den map. I didn't end up keeping that live stream because I had a couple of distractions and had to end it a little early. But let's take a look here. Actually, in my previous stream, I may have been about here. I think it was the stream where I was finishing it that I wasn't able to get all the way through. So, in the den map, I have two layers. So the first layer is sort of what I'm envisioning and trying to create is maybe kind of a wagon track that goes down a little hill, and then up here on this side of the hill there's a little shadow that's intended to indicate a little entry into the side of the hill. And then we have the actual den map. This is what would be underneath the hill. So once I export these again, what I'll do is do a little bit of workup in Affinity Photo to kind of keep the wagon track coming across this layer of the map, so that it's a little bit more seamless. So that's what we've got for den. So I'm going to cross... where's our thing? There it is. I'm going to cross den off. I'm going to say that we're finished with that one. There's more work that I could have done on the den, but in the interest of getting these things done and just charging forward, trying to get a full 30 maps completed before the end of the month, I'm still pretty far behind, 9 whole days behind. So let's get started on the next map, which is Echoes. And I've had this one kicking around in my brain for a little bit. I'm still not quite sure how I want to play with this one, but let's get started with it anyway. Put my map view up to 200% in Dungeon Draft here so that you can see a little bit better what's going on. For Echo. Man. This is a tricky one. We could have a large valley. I think what I'd like to do is make this an underground map. There'll be a chasm in the map, and that's where our echo's coming from. Maybe what we see is a bit of a cavern structure that leads us to the edge of the chasm, and then maybe we see some stuff on the other side of the chasm that would perhaps spark some interest. Maybe the puzzle here is that player characters would have to figure out how to get across this chasm, and GMs could play with all sorts of ideas about what the player characters hear, and perhaps even as the player characters are spanning this chasm, it's creating some echoes and alerting denizens that dwell a bit deeper within the chasm or in the cave structure. I think that seems okay. I think we could start with that. Let's see. Let's start out with... I want to start out with a cave brush. Or do I want to start out with... terrain brush? Let's see. Yeah, let's start out with cave brush. See how this goes. Yeah, so something like that. Alright, so there's our cave structure. I think what I'll do is blast this section open. And right here in the middle, this is where our chasm is going to be. I kind of feel like this cave structure needs to be a little wider. Something like that. And use our blast open tool to make sure we've got a nice wide opening here. And over here on the edge of my map, I'm going to blast this open. There it goes. Okay. Let's go to Path tool. And let's see how that looks. That's backward. Take that out. Cave tool. Where's our cave tool? There it is. Use the blast open. Clean up this edge a little bit. Like that. Well, let's see how it goes. I don't want to overthink it. That's one of my problems with mapping, is I tend to start something and then kind of overthink a little bit, and I want to avoid that as much as I can with this challenge. And I think that's one of the things I like about this challenge too, is it, because it is a 30-day challenge, I can't get stuck in that overthinking. Let's see, we're gonna go... See what happens if we go down a little bit and turn snapping off. Yeah, there we go. depth. Wish that this was a little bit more random, because what's happening here is we're kind of getting a little bit of a duplication of some of the rocks and gravel and stuff like that. I don't know if I like that so much. What does Path Blender here do? Let's see. I don't think that does what I want it to do. So, what happens if we add a shadow through here? I don't know if that's really getting me what I want. Let's go to, I want terrain brush or I feel like I want terrain brush, but I don't think I want this to be a very dark area. Material brush. There we go. Material brush. Let's see how that goes. Well, that's not what I want. What's this? Sludge tar pit. Don't want that, but let's find a darker material here. Let's see what this looks like. I guess you can't really tell that that's a tar pit so much, so maybe that's what I want. And we're at negative 400 below ground, so I think that could do the trick. Let's go back to our path tool. Maybe we need to add a couple more layers to the edge of this chasm. Kind of like that one, but let's see. Let's go down in here. I'm curious what this might look like. What if I take this, let's see if we have a darker one. Maybe yeah, let's try this one. And just kind of trace along here. Actually, that I kind of like. It breaks up some of the duplication that we see in the chasm tile there. Yeah. All right. That works. Okay, let's see. throw something like this in here. How do I feel about that? Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Get rid of that. Oh, let's move this in a little. Oh, Dungeon Draft, are you being wonky for me again? Why can I not select? No, because it's way over there. Well, that's why. That's still not the one that I want. Is the one that just drew. There it is. Okay. Move this back just a bit. And what if I take it to an even deeper level? That might be actually what I want. I think that's what I want. There we go. There's the piece I want to get rid of. All right. I like this. Let's add just a little additional piece in here. Let's add, where am I going? Here we go, cave brush. Because I think it's interesting. Maybe just out of sight over here. There's another... Oh, because I have it on blast. There's another cave area right over here. And because I created too wide of a blast area earlier, that was stopping me from adding that cave brush. Okay, now we're going to go back to this blast, and we're just going to trace along the edge. That's what we get. That's gonna have to be... I keep doing this on blast instead of cave dig. Or dig cave, whatever. Alright. I think that's what I want. Okay. I'm trying to do here is figure out... Well, that's not what I want. That is not what I want at all. Okay, what if... So I think this makes it a little bit more clear. If I turn the terrain off, now we can actually kind of see a little bit better what's happening with our cave structure. Shrink up some of these things so they're not so far off the map. Dig cave, dig this out here like that. And blast open, erase this piece. So I've said this a couple times already, but this should certainly not be seen as a dungeon draft tutorial, because as you can probably tell, I'm really just mucking about here. I play around in dungeon drafts a bit, but there's still a whole lot of me just sort of fumbling around here, as I'm sure you can tell. I'm going to keep this place, that area blasted open. And what if we go to dig cave and erase just a little bit of this up here? What I'm thinking is this little northern section of cave structure would not be obvious if people were coming down this section of the cavern. Maybe I'm going to add in a little bit more section over here where we can put in, I don't know, something interesting. brush and see if we can just throw a couple things in here that might be interesting. Some stalactites and stalagmites. Altar over here. That scale seems pretty large. Okay. Put some little crystal areas in here, why not? Some little pieces of interest. Maybe these things glow a little bit. So when you put them on your map, your mapping tool, whether you're using Roll20 or Foundry, maybe could light these up a little bit. Oh, I need to go back a layer or two here. Something like that. Scatter a few of these around. I don't want to get too heavy-handed with it. Okay, bring this back to our regular layer. Regular scale. I feel like this shadow line is just not doing what I want it to do, so take that out. Still feel like we need to do something with the edge of this. It's just a little bit too light, I think. away by changing that. That's not what I wanted. You know what I might do is, do we have a path tool that matches this cave wall? If we do, I'm going to trace along the side of the cavern a little bit. I wonder. Oh, that's underneath. What if I undo that first? Okay, what if I go above walls here, and I just create a path that kind of replicates the area that we created. Was that the end of my playlist here? I think it might have been. Well, I think that was the end of it. So, we might just have to... No, that shouldn't have been the end of that. Well, let's just move along with this one. Shall we? Yes, I think we shall. Okay, good. Well, let's go back to what we were doing here. All right. Path tool. Dogs barking. Probably offended by a leaf. You know what, I think I'm going to have to just bring this into Affinity Pro and darken some of this content so that it's clear that this is going down into the ground. So I'm going to save this as echoes, because we got to keep moving along. Oh, I need to export that too. So, export. WebP. Actually, JPEG. I've been exporting these as JPEGs, and then then throwing them in Affinity Pro and exporting as WebP. So, there's our JPEG. We're gonna call that handy dandy. We'll fix up some stuff, probably off screen, using a photo editor. And we will move on. So, let's call up our list again here. We've just finished echoes. Forge. So, maybe on the other side of our chasm, maybe we have a forge of some sort in there. Well, let's see what happens. Start a new map. Our forge. Let's take a look at our assets packs. There it is. Uncheck everything. I feel like some of these dwarven map packs might have some content that is 4G. Let's see. What else might have some Forge content in here? Maybe some castle walls. We'll see if there's anything cool in there. Maybe we'll use that for some walls. What else? What else? I know this isn't the most interesting use of my live stream time, looking through a long list of map pack assets. Stone quarry pits, why not? Didn't pick out too many assets here. Take one more real quick look. Let's throw Arena of Fire in there. Looks like it has some lava stuff. Maybe there'll be something interesting. We'll see. Didn't I select castle walls? I thought I did. Forge. Oh. Frozen Forge. I didn't even see that in there. Okay. Using our keyword of Forge, maybe we've got some stuff in here. So, I don't know. First I'm going to go here. anvils. There we go. Small forge. Forge fire. Dwarven forge. Sometimes the results from fuzzy search make me kind of laugh. So because we typed forge into our search term, large is showing up because why wouldn't? Well, let's see what we get here. So we've got this dwarven forge. Snapping off. Put that there. I'm going to turn them this way, because why not? Okay, let's see, what else can we throw in here? Some more objects. Organ? Yeah, sure. We've got a big organ that plays while people are doing their metal smithing. All right. I'm going to move this over to this side, maybe even back a little bit. Let's move this down here. Let's move this over here. Put this here. Bring this guy. Yeah, we'll call that okay. Alright, wall tool. I guess I could have used some of these in my echo cavern earlier. Actually, let's go to building. And let's give everything kind of a blue hue. Blue-gray. Yeah, something like that. Okay, let's see what happens here. stonework, I think, or the floor tiles are good. But let's go with this. I suppose I should probably go back to my building tool. That and this one. Alright, I think that'll do the trick. Let's find some doors. Those are crypt doors, not necessarily what I want. This is a double door entrance. Yeah, that'll work. For this section, back to our building tool. Add some more stuff in here. Not what I wanted. Snap it back on. Okay, let's go to our wall tool, select this wall. Extend it up here. Keep mixing up my floor plan here because I'm not thinking about which tool I'm on and how I'm using it. Right. Portal tool. Okay, what else can we throw in here? Work quickly. Some crates. Some crates in the corner here. That is not at all what I wanted. I don't like this forge. What do I want here? Yeah, we're just gonna start fresh. Let's go with not carpet. We don't want carpet. Well, let's use building. There it is. Okay. We're just going to take up the whole area with our forge. I'm not even going to bother putting in other things. I do want to have some big, impressive doors here, though. It's not too impressive. It's just kind of a normal door. Now I've got my double doors leading into my forge. Okay. Object forge. What if I have a big... Oh, there we go. Beautiful. Let's look for dwarven. anvils. That's what I was looking for. Get a couple of anvils over here. Like for this, one of the things that I almost don't like at all is how symmetrical this is across both sides of the map. But, you know what? I think I'm gonna call this good. Have Forge, and I'm gonna call it good, mostly because I want to make sure that I just keep busting through these maps. Right. I think that's gonna be the end of the live stream. I'm gonna grab a quick snack. How long were we on? About an hour. Not bad. Good enough. We'll get a couple maps posted up this evening onto the Discord channel. Again, if you see my maps on the Discord channel, hit like, drop a note, let me know that you saw them up there. Say hi. Yeah, that's it. This map, not the greatest, but like I said before, part of this challenge, I'm using this just to kind of like bust through as much content as I can and force myself to just sort of accept what comes out in a short period of time. Call it good, while also getting used to using Dungeon Draft in ways that I might not normally use it. So, that's the end of our stream for now, my friends. Take care. It is Friday afternoon. If you've got a game this evening, I hope you roll well. And if you don't, I hope you find something interesting to occupy your time. I'm Brian at Jickoby. Over and out.